Bienvenidos and welcome to another episode of Spain on a Fork. Today we have such a great show because we're making a dish that's not only packed with a ton of flavors, but it's truly the kind of food that's gonna fill you with so much goodness. We're talking Spanish paprika salmon with rice. This is known as Salmón al Pimentón con Arroz al Ajillo. This dish is basically pieces of salmon that are coated in Spanish paprika and other spices, and then they're sauteed in extra virgin olive oil until they're just cooked through. And finally, you serve the salmon next to garlic rice, which gives this dish the perfect balance of goodness. Folks, we're talking easy to make, simple heart-healthy ingredients, and all done in just 30 minutes. All right, let's just dive right into this. I'm gonna heat a saucepan with a medium heat and add in a generous tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil, which is 20 milliliters. Important to use the good stuff here. This is what flavors all the ingredients. You can get the Spanish one I'm using in the description box below. While the oil is heating, I'm going to thinly slice 4 cloves of garlic and add them into the saucepan. And we'll mix the garlic around continuously, that way it doesn't brown too quickly and it all evenly sautés. After 2 minutes, and the garlic's slightly sautéed and it's nice and fragrant, I'm going to add in 2 cups of water, which is 480 milliliters. You can also use chicken broth here, or even veggie broth if you like. Then we'll season generously with sea salt, heat it with a high heat, and give it a mix. While the water's heating, let's start prepping our rice. I'm going to add in 1 cup of long grain rice into a fine sieve, which is 190 grams, and rinse the rice under some water until it starts running clear underneath, which takes about 1 minute. For this recipe, you can use whatever rice you like. Just make sure to check the rice package instructions. That way your liquid to rice ratios and your cooking times are right on the money. Once the water comes to a boil in the saucepan, we'll add in the rice and give it a mix. And then we'll place the lid on the saucepan and lower the fire to a low heat. And we're going to simmer this for about 15 minutes or until the rice is just cooked through. In the meantime, let's start cooking up the salmon. I'm going to heat a large fry pan with a medium heat and add in 2 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil, which is 30 milliliters. Once again, link where you can get the Spanish one I'm using in the description box below. While the oil is heating, I'm going to add in 2 salmon fillets over some paper towels and pat them completely dry. The size of the fillets that I'm using are 8 ounces, which is 225 grams each. And I am using fresh skinless salmon here, but you can also use the frozen stuff. Just make sure to fully thaw it out beforehand. Then we'll season the salmon with sea salt and freshly cracked black pepper, and you just have to do this on one side. And then cut each fillet into bite-sized pieces that are 1 inch, which is about 2.5 centimeters. Then we'll add in 2 teaspoons of sweet smoked Spanish paprika into a large bowl, which is 5 grams. Along with 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, which is 3 grams. 1 teaspoon of onion powder, which is 2.5 grams. And 1 teaspoon of dried parsley, which is 1 gram. And we'll mix the spices together. Then we'll add in the pieces of salmon and mix them around until they're fully coated in the spice mix. Then we'll move back to the fry pan. Once the oil is nice and hot, we'll add in the pieces of salmon. You want to make sure they're on a single layer and evenly spaced out. And we're going to go for about 3 to 4 minutes here until that salmon is just cooked through. After about 4 minutes, and that salmon is just cooked through, you don't want to overcook it. We'll remove the salmon from the pan. Okay, let's move back to the rice. After simmering it for 15 minutes and there's virtually no liquid left in there, that rice should be perfectly cooked through. Once again, important to check the package instructions in the rice you're using. That way your liquid to rice ratios and your cooking times are right on the money. At this point, I'm going to remove the lid and then the pan from the heat. And using a fork, we'll gently fluff the rice. This is to help separate the grains. Then we'll transfer some of the rice into a serving dish. Add in some of the pieces of salmon next to the rice. Then we'll squeeze some fresh lemon juice over the salmon and garnish with fresh parsley. Check it out, our Spanish paprika salmon with rice is done. Easy to make, beautiful restaurant quality presentation, and all done in just 30 minutes. Let's give this a try and see how it turned out. Once again, folks, salmón al pimentón con arroz al ajillo, truly what honest home cooking is all about. Can't wait to try this. Here we go. I'm gonna grab a little more rice. It is absolutely delicious. The salmon just melts in your mouth, absorbs all the flavors with the paprika pimentón really shining through, and then that rice with all that garlic rounds it up for the perfect balance of goodness. Easy to make, heart healthy. Give it a try at home next to a garden salad, crunchy baguette, and a bottle of Spanish red wine, more specifically from the beautiful region of Alicante. Can have yourself a fabulous meal. Real quick before I go, a shout out to a couple of my patrons, Maybeth Robles, Emily Hamilton, Manuel J. Rosales, and Britt Saunders. And guys, thank you so much for being patrons of Spain on a Fork. You know how much I appreciate you. Enjoyed today's video, hit that like button, leave me a comment below, and if you're not subscribed, don't forget to smash that subscribe button and click on the bell icon. That way you can get notified every time I release new content and to become a part of the Spain on a Fork family. Till the next time, hasta luego.